To the 11/11/2022 guided activation. I'm so grateful to be able to lead you today on a day that is so special, on a day that is so powerful. Welcome. Let's give folks just a second to join and let me know as you come in if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if you can hear me clearly as you jump in. Yay! Happy birthday, a birthday activation. Good morning. Let me know if everybody can hear me. Clear? All right. I'm mic'd up. Morning, loves. Everybody in my house is snoring right now, so I don't want to wake anybody up. And I also want everybody to hear me clear enough that my voice can guide you through. Let's give everyone just one more minute. And as we wait, I'm on my cycle. Should I modify some of the breathing? We'll get into that in a second. I love seeing so many people here. This is our third guided activation for a synchronistic day this year. Because it's 2022, it's common that we see days with repeating numbers. So if you haven't yet watched the February 22nd, 2022 guided activation, and you haven't yet watched the June 6th, 2022 guided activation, you should definitely make time to do those, because in each we are going on a super special, super powerful visual journey to connect with different guides and connect with different information. Is anybody who's here, were they present for the 222 or the 666 guided activations? Let me know in the chat while I explain what today is and why it's special. If you didn't get to see my Instagram stories, if you're here from my email list, welcome. Today's super special. Every number vibrates a different frequency, vibrates a different energy. The number one vibrates a feeling and a frequency of of newness, of new beginnings, of the opportunity to create. The number two vibrates balance, vibrates partnership, duality. When you mix the two and you get 11, repeated number 11, repeated number 4 times, 2022, 222, I sort of like to read numbers as a sentence and dates as a sentence. We get the opportunity, almost a supercharged opportunity and a reminder that we are constantly creating our reality, that we are living on this floating rock in the middle of the cosmos amidst other cosmos, and that while we are vibrating energy, we are electromagnetic beings, so is everyone else and so is everything else. And when we respond to something, we cause a chain reaction. And so everything that we're saying, doing, and thinking is constantly creating our reality. On a day like today, 11/11, we're reminded that while on a usual basis, on a usual day, what we're saying and doing and acting and feeling and the ways that we're vibrating, what we're doing is emitting a certain frequency. What we're doing is sending that energy out, and it's going out into the world, and it's going out through the universe, and that's being boomeranged back to us by the universe, by spirit, by God, by Jesus, whatever you want to call your higher power, is being brought back to us. And on a day like today, a supercharged 11/11/2022, that's coming back to us not tenfold but 20-fold. So it's sort of creating this like amazing portal where our intentions, our prayers are supercharged. 2022 reminds us that this is a year where we're getting the true opportunity to rebalance, that all the crap and the crud that is going on in the world is coming up for us to see it so that we can deal with it, so that we can heal with it. And so today, 11/11/22, it's a reminder that our actions and our thoughts are creating our reality. And the more that we focus on that, the more that we create a conscious intention, almost create like this like energetic funnel for a really, really clear vision of what it is that we do want, is going to it's almost going to help us direct energetic traffic, and it's going to help set a clear foundation, or a clear, again, creating a clear funnel for what it is that we do want in the rebalancing of our own individual lives, and also in the rebalancing of the world, which is super important. Is anybody here tuning in internationally? Because most of us are here from the US and we're in the middle of elections. So nothing is a coincidence. We're all here on purpose. I'm sure there are things that you are going through in your personal life that is reverberating this energy as well, that you sort of need to direct traffic and really create a clear funnel for what it is that you do want, because you're sort of either in a blank slate or creating a blank slate. So I'm really grateful that you're here today. You're in Japan? No way. Oh my God. Okay, let's start off. We have 40 people here present, which is really beautiful. Let's start off with some breath work. I know that it is, for me, it is 5:30 in the morning. Canada, love it. What time is it for everybody where you are? We're going to start off with a little bit of intentional breathing, a little bit of breath work. If you did not know, I am a certified Kundalini yoga instructor. Fun fact, lots of y'all don't know that. But we're going to start off with some breath work, because if anything, the only thing that your mind and body will obey is your breath, and the breath can do amazing things. We usually do alternate nose breathing. So when you watch the other guided activations, you'll see that one. Today I'm going to do one that's super, super simple. Today's going to be really simple, like for real, real simple. And I'm going to try to keep the guided activation as short as possible. Today we're just going to do right nostril breathing. So, excuse me, I have another phone, and of course it's going off at this time. Today I'm going to do right nostril breathing. If you want to, so the right nostril is connected to the left side of the body. It's connected to the Pingala. So you have the Ida and the Pingala, the right side of the body, and breathing in and out through your right side of your nose is really good for energizing, really good for waking up the body, really good for focusing, really good for really, again, creating that funnel, creating that energetic funnel within yourself. So if you wake up and you're like super groggy, if you happen to take like a 20-minute nap and you're feeling really disconnected within yourself, blocking out the left nostril like this is really good, because your fingers sort of act like an antenna, and breathing in and out very deeply and intentionally and consciously through your right nostril is going to wake up your body. Now, I can already hear your thoughts. Does this work? Yes, it absolutely works. It absolutely works. Now, alternately, just because we're already teaching about the right, I may as well teach you about the left. Left nostril breathing connected to the Ida, connected to the right side of the body, is the opposite. So if you're restless, if you're really anxious, this is really, really good for anxiousness, for racing thoughts. Breathing in and out, blocking out the right side of the nose, and breathing in and out through the left is super, super calming, is going to bring you back to center. So a little gift for y'all to take with you, especially as we are, after we leave 11/11/2022, we're heading into holiday season, and frenzy, and people just like this, like, yeah, left nostril breathing is going to be your best friend. So let's do some right nostril breathing. I'm going to set a timer, and we'll do that for 2 minutes just to start. And the reason that we're doing this is because, again, it's early, really early, earlier for a lot of people. Is anybody here from California or the West Side? We got some people from Canada, from Japan, which is really crazy. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, shout out to the Melanie Santos community. Yeah, shout out to my girls who are here. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, MaddieLove187, for buying a badge. So badges are available. Badges just, when you buy a badge, 100% of the funds come to me, into my company, and I get to funnel that into all these beautiful things that we are doing. So thank you to anybody ahead of time for buying a badge. Kari on Life is tuning in from Cali. Thank you so much. Melanie's Breathwork Workshop is life-changing. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Shameless plug. I did hold a really extensive 2.5 hour breathwork workshop, and I'm actually going to be releasing that for sale very, very soon. So if you're not subscribed to my email list, please do that. All right. So to prepare for this breathwork, please sit up straight. There's no reason to like be doing an energizing breath and you're like laying down. It doesn't make any sense. So please make sure that you are sitting up straight and tall, legs crossed if you can. Drink a little bit of water if you need it, because we're going to be breathing with our mouth closed, breathing in through the nostril. You're going to sort of tickle your throat. Thank you, Izat Nicole, for buying a badge. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So the way that we're going to do this is 2 minutes. Take your right hand. I like to use my middle finger and just block out the left. Allison, thank you. Lovely Allison 26, thank you. It's good to see you here. Block out the left side of your nose like this. The rest of your fingers, which are all antennas, we'll get into that in another workshop, in another video soon. All your fingers are antennas. All your fingers vibrate at different frequency. All your fingers are connected to different planets in the cosmos. So when you use your middle finger, this is your Saturn finger, your finger of karma, and your finger of structure and stability. I like to use this one when I do this one. Block out the left side, and you're going to be breathing in super deeply through the right nostril. If you don't know what your right and left is, this might be flipped. Put your fingers up. It's not the one that says out, okay? Your right nostril. So you're blocking out your left so you can breathe in and out through your right, okay? We're going to set a timer for 2 minutes. And the reason for this, again, is to wake up the body, to wake up the mind, to wake up the spirit, so that we are fully aligned and able to then quickly cleanse our energy, protect ourselves, and jump into the guided activation properly, okay? Never just jump into a meditation. Never just jump into an activation, because what you're doing throughout an activation is you are expanding the aura, and you're allowing your aura to invite in sight and vision and senses that you don't usually use in the 3D world. You're inviting your aura, and you are using your third eye and your senses to intuit information that we cannot see in our realm. And so you can invite other energies that are around you, and we just don't want that. We're going to do this properly. So please take this as education as well for when you're doing your own practices and meditations. Okay, enough talking. Blocking out the left. Okay, and we're going to be breathing in deeply, filling the belly with air, letting the belly expand, and then exhaling through the nose, letting the belly contract. And let me see if I can show you my belly as I do this. So, blocking, exhale. So we're inhaling and exhaling deeply. Okay, timer is on. And go at your own pace. Do this as slowly and deeply, as intentionally as you can and want. For 45 seconds. Keep doing this. Be conscious of what you're feeling in your body, how your body is waking up. Keep going. We have about 30 seconds left. Feel your body waking up. You'll feel your blood sort of like, you almost like feel it in your limbs. Keep going. 5 seconds. And on your final breath, just hold it in. Inhale and hold it. Suspend your breath. Let it just hang. Collect any energies that may be dragging you down and release. Exhale deeply. Now release your hands. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply, expanding your belly, filling your belly with air. Suspend your breath. So don't hold your breath, but just stop breathing. And deeply exhale. Always in and out through the nose. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. How are we feeling? Let me know in the chat. How are we feeling? We are right on time, right on schedule to start this activation. And before we begin, we're going to do a quick cleanse, quick protection. Again, because we're working with our aura, we're working with our third eye, we're working with our crown. There may be things already in our aura, things already in our energy that are heavy, that are, since we're opening up, they might be able to drop down. And we want to make sure that we're clear enough to do this. Now, this is not going to be a full energy cleansing, like a full Reiki session, but it's something quick, okay? Lighter, awesome, I feel calm, good, tingly, perfect. So when you're doing this, if you want to incorporate that right or left nostril breathing into your daily practice, right would be really good for the morning when you wake up. Left nostril breathing, really good before you go to bed. A minimum of 3 minutes. We're doing 2 here so I can ease you into it. But really good for, again, right for waking up the body, breathing in and out through the left for calming down, okay? Okay, quick energy cleanse, quick intention setting so that we can come into this intentionally and consciously. Please sit up straight and close your eyes, making sure that your spine is straight, making sure that your chin is tucked. It's really normal and natural for our body to want to do this. Let's make sure that we are sitting on our sits bone, on our spitting with our spine straight. Sitting on our pelvis, making sure everything is straight and short of chucking your chin slightly so that from the top of your head down to the base of your spine, everything is aligned, aligning our energy centers, aligning our chakras. It is chakras, not chakras. Don't make me fight you. Aligning our chakras, aligning our energy centers. Close your eyes softly. Maybe you want to place your palms facing up on your knees. And just take a deep breath, and as you breathe in, fill your belly with air and just picture a white light emanating from your heart. Exhale deeply. Feel it getting stronger and brighter, illuminating your heart and your throat and your forehead and the top of your head until everything is illuminated. Illuminating your upper triangle, the upper part of your body, the upper energy centers that connect you to the divine. And as this light gets brighter and brighter and brighter, it starts to emanate from your body, going through your aura, through your electromagnetic channels, clearing out any energy, any information that may be sitting around you that just doesn't belong to you, that doesn't serve you in this process. If you're able to visualize, perfect. If you're not, just imagine what it might look like for you to have this energy around your body and just sit still enough to connect to the subtle around you. Intentionally breathing in and out through the nose, filling your belly with air and exhaling deeply. Now we're going to breathe in deeply and visualize and invite a light to shine in your belly, right in your navel. Inhale deeply. Invite that light to get brighter and brighter and brighter in your navel navel, belly button, whatever you call it is fine. This is really your power center, our solar plexus, our space of self-confidence, self-worth, self-esteem. And as this light gets brighter, allow it to and visualize it making your pelvis bright, the base of your spine super, super bright with white divine light, illuminating your lower triangle. The lower chakras, the lower energy centers that ground us, that have to do with our humanity. And allow it to get brighter and brighter and brighter, illuminating us, cleansing us, letting it get brighter and expanding into our aura. Clearing us of any energy that may be here, any worries. It's really common for there to be many worries here. If you're on your moon cycle, this is a really good cleansing, almost like right nostril breathing for your energy centers. So really do this intentionally. We are still amidst the energies of Tuesday's full moon eclipse in Taurus, a grounding, ungrounding eclipse, an earth eclipse. So really make this intentional. Breathing in deeply, exhaling deeply. And now you just should be one being of light. Picture this light surrounding you, dissolving any residual energies that don't belong to you, that do not serve you, any residual worries, anything that your body has been carrying, your mind has been carrying, but that your spirit does not need, because your spirit is the truth. Now we want to invite this light to create sort of like a force field around us. A force field of protection that both connects us to our highest selves and protects us from any energies that may be around us, whether we live with other people or we live in a busy city like I do. Giving us our own space, solidifying that we are sovereign beings on this journey to reconnect. And know that even when you open your eyes, this force field is there, and we trust that it'll guide and protect us. Inhale deeply, expanding your belly. Exhale deeply. And gently open your eyes. And we're going to get started. Please rub your palms together. We have 72,000 energy channels in our body, and at the ends of our hands and feet, when we rub our hands together, we're waking up our body, letting it know that we're ready to meditate, we're ready to connect. Put your hands in prayer position, creating like a little nub with your knuckles and putting it right in the middle of your breastbone. And just float your eyes closed. And let's set an intention. I'm going to set a collective intention and set a collective prayer, and then I'm going to give us a chance to quickly set an individual intention. Spirit, we are here before you today as instruments of peace, healing, and clarity. We call upon only the highest and most sacred spiritual energies to be with us, to share love, healing, wisdom, and information with us. We send you our love, and we send them our love, and we welcome them forward. We raise ourselves up to receive for the highest good of ourselves, for the highest good of our futures, for the highest good of our journeys, and the highest good of all involved. We offer ourselves as clear and open channels for the highest forms of the healing rays, wisdom, information to flow through. We give thanks that our personalities, ego, and expectations stand aside so that the healing energies, the information, the wisdom, the love will flow in its clearest and truest form. Spirit, we give so much thanks for the blessings of this activation. So much thanks for being awake and alive to be here gathered today. And we know that through your love it is done. And so it is. Amen, Ashe. Now take a second, keeping your eyes closed, to set an individual intention for this activation, for 1111, knowing that today is supercharged and that whatever it is that you emanate is going to come back to you 20 times fold, 100 times fold. What is your intention for today? Take a second. Make sure that you're ending with gratitude for whatever intention it is that you're setting. Now, keeping your eyes closed, we're going to begin this journey, this visual journey, this activation. Now, if you are not somebody who can visualize easy, it is okay. Just imagine what it might look like to be in the spaces that I'm leading you through. Listen to the sound of my voice, let it guide you. I apologize if there's any sirens or weird noises that might pop up. I do live in a city, but I'm preconditioned to just deal. So just try to ignore them to the best of your ability. Please make sure that you are breathing throughout this activation. Breathing in and out through the nose, not the mouth. Expanding your belly with each breath. And contracting the belly with each exhale. Know that this space has been thoroughly prepared, that you have been thoroughly prepared. Thank yourself for showing up. I know it's early, wherever it is that you are, or late, wherever it is that you are. Thank yourself for showing up. It's best if you sit down for this, not lie down. If you can, please place your palms facing up. Our hands, our limbs are antennas. It's no coincidence that we are a bust with long limbs. We are antennas. We are energetic beings. We are electromagnetic beings, constantly receiving information. And when we face our palms up, we are open to receiving. We should be open to receiving right now. So making sure we're taking deep breaths. Start to just become aware of your body. From the top of your head down to your toes, start relaxing and just becoming super still. In order to experience the subtle, you have to become subtle. No fidgeting, no need to move. Super still like a stone. The more still, the more you're able to be poured into. And let that be a metaphor for life. Dropping your shoulders, dropping your jaw, relaxing your belly. Letting your knees hang down. Becoming so still, it feels as if you can feel the blood coursing through your body. Feeling your spine propping you up. Remembering to tuck your chin slightly, so as to activate your chakras along your spine. Now breathing in. I lost y'all for a minute, but we're back. Breathing intentionally, we're going to start to fade ourselves into a place of nature of your choice. No direction there. For you, it may be a field. For others, it may be a beach. For some, it may be a forest, a mountain. Maybe it's the site of your favorite hike. Whatever your place of nature is, as you breathe deeply and become even more still, your vision starts to fade and you start to bring yourself there, energetically showing up in this space. What does it look like around you? What does it smell like around you in this space? What can you feel? Activating your 5 senses. Take a second to look around. There's no one around, it's only you. Take a second to look around. This inviting, this warm space that's all yours. And once you have, pick a spot to sit down. It's really easy to start to think other things during any type of stillness, guided meditation, guided activation. So please look at a distance. Look at a distance in your place of nature. And see a clear little house. A house of glass, completely clear, you can see through it. Know that whenever you get a thought, it doesn't belong in this moment, you can send it there. As a teacher, I think that whatever thoughts and whatever comes up for us while we're trying to be still is important, is in fact important. The reason for this and the point of meditation is not to clear your mind. It's to observe your mind. So if you get any thoughts that try to come up as we're doing this process, send it to this clear house. So you should be in a place of nature, connected with everything that's around you, being able to feel the things that are around you, and see this clear house at a distance. Make sure you are breathing intentionally, filling your belly with air, exhaling and letting your navel fall. As you breathe, I want to remind us that the point of this The point of today and what we are going to be connecting with is a clear vision of our future. That can be really scary and really complicated for a lot of people, especially those who don't know what's going to happen today, especially for those who are running on survival mode, especially for those who have been through a great loss or a great change and are dealing with difficult emotions. The point of this is not to invalidate what your experience is now. The point of this is to give you hope, to re-energize you so that you know that anything is possible, to build a bridge from who you are now to who you will be. And so becoming truly still, we're going to open up our heart to inviting forward our highest self. Now, our highest self is the energy, the version of us who's already done this life. We are here living, spirits living this human experience, working day to day, having conversations, paying for things, and doing all these day-to-day tasks. Our highest self doesn't have to do that anymore. They are that voice in our head. They are that being, that reason for guidance. Again, this version of us that's already done this life, already made all the decisions. And our highest self is called the highest self for a reason. They live or have lived the highest possible version of your life. The most joyful, the most easeful, the richest, the most delicious, the most connected, the healthiest version. And so we're going to invite them forward now. Staying calm so that our energy is inviting and not frantic. There's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about what they might look like in creating the vision. They're already here. Our highest self is always with us. And this is why it's so important to take the time to quiet down so that we can hear them. Because all they want is to help us. All they want is to give us the answers so that we have an easier time. So you've been alone this entire time in this place of nature, but now you start to hear or see somebody walking towards you. And it's you, the highest possible version of you. Pay attention to what they look like, what age they are. And where in your life, in your future, they might be coming from. And they're smiling and they're super happy to be here with you. Take a second to welcome them energetically. And have them sit with you. Open your hands to them, allow them to hold your hands, creating a beautiful energy exchange already. And so paying attention to who they are, what age they are, where in the future, the highest version of your future they're coming from, allow them to tell you that. Quiet down within and now allow your highest self to tell you what their life looks like. Allow them to show you visually a vision of what does their life look like, the highest version of their life, the highest version of their future, of your future. And take a second to take that in. reminding you to breathe. Reminding you that it's okay to feel. There may be tears already coming up. There may be anger, frustration, any type of emotion. Invite it. See through it. Feel through it. Become still through it. Allowing your highest self to paint this picture. Ask them what their ease looks like. How is life easy for them? Ask them what their joy looks like. How is life joyful for them? Ask them what their love looks like. What do they love about the highest possible version of their life? Ask your highest self what they had to release in order to get there. Who and what, where, what did they have to release in order to live their highest possible existence? Breathing to guide the mind and body, breathing to welcome the information and the resources. Thanking the highest self, our highest selves, for this information. Thanking them for being with you. Ask them if there was anything that they wish they would have known at your age, where you are right now in your life. What is it? What is something they wish they would have known at your age, where you are right now? And take a second to welcome that forward. Now, because there is somewhat of a separation, right, between where you are and where they are, as we close and we finish up with our highest selves, hold their hands and visualize an energetic bridge, a connection between you and them that is unbreakable, so that you can constantly hear them. So that the brightness and the deep, rich love of your connection to your highest self overwrites any subconscious fears, anything that is keeping you from manifesting the opportunities, manifesting the bravery to act and react in the ways that you need to live the life that they live. Igniting this true feeling of gratitude for who they are, for what they do, for how they live, but also for how you live, for all the opportunities that you've had thus far, for every single thing that's happened to you and for you that has brought you here, good and bad. They've all connected you. They've all created a rainbow bridge to where you are, to where you stand. This curiosity, this wanting to be better. And for that, that is valid. So holding them, creating this force field of connection. Know that it's building a bridge from where you are to where they are. That it is not only possible for you to live your highest possible existence, but that you will. And as you're building this bridge, ask them to offer you the most important piece of guidance that you need to know so that you can cross over and live how they live, so that you can exist in your highest possible being, so that you can exist in your highest possible life. What is it that you need to know right now? Take a second to breathe and take that in. Not forcing anything. Just letting the subtle do its magic. Now, holding on to your highest self as tightly as you can. Thank them. Maybe you want to hug them. And as you hold them, as you touch them in this place of nature, you both become entrenched in light. Light that forges a connection that cannot be broken. That even when you feel like you cannot hear them, they are there, guiding the way, pushing you into the right direction, leading you to make the right decisions. Now, it's not that any decisions can be right or wrong, but decisions that make the journey shorter, that make your journey less painful, that invite more ease, that invite more love, that invite more peace, that invite more money, that invite more abundance, that invite more graceful healing. Because we deserve nothing less. And so as we hold our highest selves and we are entrenched in light and we feel this beautiful connection to them, we thank Spirit and we ask the universe to connect us with our highest possible path, and that path be graceful. That everything that we need appears at our feet at any given notice. But that we will be dedicated to peace, to love, to rebalancing our individual lives and to rebalancing the world. We ask the universe to send us love and light and abundance, knowing that it is also our responsibility to exist as that, wherever it is that we are. Asking the universe to eradicate our fear and feed us love, but knowing that we need to make the choice of love over fear every single day. And that while that may be hard, we have the support of our spiritual team, of our highest self, of spirit, of all of the cosmos constantly creating and moving for us. That all the energy that is around us is all that we need. That we don't need anything else than what we have at this very moment. Now, taking a second to vibrate, feeling that energy emit from our body, emit from our aura. We don't want to ask, let's just vibrate gratitude. Because everything that we want, all the feelings, none of the materialistic, focus on the feeling. All the feelings that we want to feel are coming to us 20 times fold, 100 times fold. And as all those blessings are coming to us, those blessings are being multiplied for everyone that's around us. And so take a second to just feel and live in this feeling, live in this vibration just for a minute. Thanking your highest self for showing up for you today. Thanking them for the ways that they're continuing to guide you from here on forward. Let them go. Again, knowing that they're always with you. Knowing that you can always ask them for their guidance. Always ask them for their protection. Now watch them get up and slowly start to walk away from where they came from. Reminding you to breathe. And before we go, look over at that glass house. See if there are any important thoughts, even some negative ones that may have come up in the process, because you know that that's what you're up against. That may be what continues to come up as you try to focus and connect on your journey. And that it's okay, because we are spirits, but we are also human, and we have to invite both. By creating harmony means living in both. So taking a deep inhale, suspend your breath, exhale deeply, let your belly fall. And as we start to inhale and exhale deeply, we start to fade out of this vision, out of our place of nature, and back into our body. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Starting to feel your body, not opening your eyes yet, but just starting to become aware of your fingers and toes, of your forearms, calves, arms, thighs, of your knees, of your spine, your lungs, your neck. Maybe you want to slowly move your neck from side to side, roll it. Bringing your shoulders up to your ears and dropping them slowly. And when you are ready, please slowly open your eyes. Very slowly open your eyes. Take a stretch if you need to. Where I am, the sun has risen with us, with these beautiful visions of the future. Now, it's 6:30. I know we've been here for an hour. But quickly before we disconnect, how was that for you? What came up for you? If anybody wants to share what happened in their activation. And also, if anybody has any questions, this is being recorded and I will upload this. So if it didn't quote unquote work for you, which I think is impossible, we have these like human expectations of what things might look and feel like, and we don't know what's really happening in the subtle realms for us. But if you want to do this again, you totally can. And just because today is 11/11 doesn't mean that you can't do this on 12/4 or 2/5. Like, you can continue to do this as much as you want. So Latoya says, this was amazing. I'm floating. The one in February was more of my humanness, and this was validating that I worked through that. Oh, that's beautiful. Piel Caramelo, thank you, darling, who bought badges for my last 3 lives. Thank you for reminding me of that Instagram. That's beautiful. Thank you to everybody who has bought a badge. Thank you all for being present here today. That was super strong. I was also sending y'all a little bit of Reiki energy to just calm and pacify. I felt like some folks were getting elevated, and when you start to get emotionally elevated, while it is welcome, it can sort of jump you out of your subtleness and your stillness, and we want to make sure that we're really calm and being able to invite all the energies that are coming forward. I was like floating, dancing really slow and just happy, like felt really like peace. I love that so much. Hey D, always glad I wake up for these. Always glad you wake up for these too. I had tears coming down my eyes. I felt a lot of emotion coming from a lot of folks. Yeah, emotional forgiveness is the path to my higher self. Oh, I love that so much. Forgiveness is the path to my higher self. I'm going to read some of these out loud just because for anybody who's watching the replay, they can't see the comments. And I think when we do soul circles in our membership community, which are very like these experiences except longer, I think one of the most important parts of any guided activation and any guided meditation and any like soul circle session is the sharing part afterwards, because we're sitting in a circle, we're creating this this community. What one person may share may be the answer to another question that somebody else is asking. So emotional forgiveness is the path to my higher self. Thank you, Mo. This is amazing. My honor, my pleasure. Did feel a little heavy in the head at one point. Totally normal. Thank you for your time, your energy, and sharing your magic. Thank you for giving me the space. Forgiveness is healing. We'll check rerun from Amsterdam. Thank you, Patricia. That was amazing. I got to float while holding my higher self's hands, and she confirmed things from the 6/6 portal. I love that. I love that. So if you've been here for the 222 and the 6/6 portals, guided activations that I led, you may be getting confirmation, or you may be getting even more information that you than you started to get then. So that's really awesome. My counsel came right before my higher self came forward. Ooh. So for anybody who doesn't know, your counsel are like these ascended master energetic beings, these spirits that sort of are like the judges. They're not judging you, they're more so there for guidance, and you can go to them in your Akashic Records if you happen to get an Akashic Records reading with someone, to ask if you're on the right path and to sort of see where it is that you are and where it is that you need to go. So that's really beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to Modern Moon Mom. I love that name, for buying a badge. To Jace the Writer for buying a badge. Mighty Love says forgiveness came up for me too. Yeah, that's a huge one. When we're building this bridge to our higher selves, there's a lot that we are holding on to. Like, imagine like the things that we have that have gone unforgiven, the energies that have gone unforgiven in our lives are sort of like backpacks, like bags that hold us down. Sometimes when I'm doing energy readings, I feel them and I see them as sandbags for people, and they're just like hanging you down so much that you cannot move forward. And so forgiveness is usually the way. Oh yes, hey girl says higher self was giving vibes of someone from the 1950s. Got flashes of their face. Ooh, caught myself smiling, a few tears. Ooh, clear house of full emotions that can be cleared with acceptance. I love that, the 50s. That's really cool. Thank you. Thank everybody for showing up. Thank you, Charismatically Me, for buying a badge. Kate Rojas, thank you for buying a badge. Says, thank you, Mel. It definitely lifted the heaviness I was feeling. I felt more connected with myself. Thank you for your amazing energy and guidance. Thank you. Thank you all for having me. I only can do this when you guys show up, so thank you. Chats with Ashley says, hugging my higher self was emotional, but confirming that everything will be okay if I let go of the past. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Like, some of us are not going to show up here and get like this scroll of information. Sometimes they'll just sit with us and they'll feel so good that they in turn feed that energy to us, and we'll start to feel good. So sometimes it's as good as like seeing that they're good and being like, all right, if they're good, that means that I'm not going to be bad forever. Right? Sometimes it's like that's all the confirmation and the validation that we need, is to see them doing well. One of my favorite things to do, because I'm clairvoyant and I can see a whole new world when I close my eyes, is to meet with my higher self, but also meet with my older self. So the favorite version of me that I like to meet with, because she's so spunky, is like me in my 60s, and connect with what she's doing, what her kids are like, because I'm gonna have more kids, what her house looks like, the projects that she's working on, the work that she's doing. And it's just so invigorating to me, especially when I'm feeling at a lull, when I'm feeling at a standstill, when I'm feeling stagnant, because it happens to everybody. And so one of my favorite things, and something that you can do as well, is call forward your higher self and call forward your older self, and ask them, like, what are you doing? Tell me about your life, right? What can I do? What is something that, I wish you wish I knew? So when we ask that question, what did your higher self wish you knew now that they didn't know at your age? Anybody want to share that? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ma, for your guidance. Truly a beacon of light. Thank you. It's my pleasure and my honor. Truly, truly. Deanna says, I always see seemingly random things and look them up later. They always make sense. Absolutely. I do feel like me flying first class, and the giraffe alludes to the higher perspective I'm looking at currently. I love that. Yeah, be welcome to, like, don't make things like, again, we're human, so we want to make things really literal and want to make things very like cookie cutter and like what we want them to be. Invite anything forward. Like, it's common that you'll go into a meditation and see a giraffe hanging out with you, or you might see Jesus hanging out with you. Like, Jesus is an ascended master, totally real. He might be there with you. Like, pay attention to what might be showing up and what that might mean, and you can always look it up later. Thank you, Neon Keys, for buying a badge. Have an amazing day. For those of you who need to drop off, I'm going to drop off in one more minute. Oh my, that I was older and my grandkids were around me. I love that. For me, the highest self wanted me to know that they exist. I think it was a reminder to hang out with her again. Absolutely. So again, know that this is something that you can do on a regular, that you can use this meditation sort of like training wheels if you would like, until you can do this on your own. So use the structure that I've given you, the energizing or cleansing breath, the cleansing and protecting of your aura, and then, guiding yourself into a place of nature is always like a good beginner structure. We're not doing super advanced stuff here because it's Instagram Live and we only have like 30 minutes. But something that you can take with you for sure. For me, was about surrender, that all is okay. I was okay, peaceful, beautiful. They told me that what I am here for won't come until the collective makes more shifts. Interesting. So the work will be slow until that shift comes. That's beautiful. Really clear guidance. So grateful for these grounding moments you set the container for. Thank you all for having me. Jace the Writer says, I was reminded to trust myself. I know the path to follow. Absolutely. We always know the path. Sometimes we psych ourselves out so much that we create these like blockages that make us unable to see what the way really is. So yeah, I hope this has helped. I hope this has served you in some way. I'm going to jump off because I know some of y'all have to get to work. Blessings. Have an amazing 11/11/22. Please stay calm today. There are still planets in retrograde and things that are going on that are going to make it so that we may be frustrated today, especially Mars retrograde. Mars is a planet of action. Mars is a planet of war. Mars is a planet of anger. Thank you, Allison. So things are going to be popping off that may make us angry, that may piss us off, that may make us want to react in a really erratic way. Remember, Your energy is everything. If you want to curse somebody out today, if you want to box somebody, if you want to cut somebody in line, if you want to yell, if you want to flip the finger, know that that's going to come back to you 20 times fold. And know that that's especially important today, but that is always important. So please take that with you. Again, we set the intention for peace, for love, for clarity. You have to be that in order to receive it. So be whatever it is that you want to receive, okay? Take that with you. Hey girl, your voice is so calming. Oh, thank you. I'm affirmed to continue what I'm doing even when I feel resistance to stay in my old self. I love it. I love it. Let's go with that. Be kind, everybody. I love y'all all so deeply. Watch the replay of this as many times as you want to. Share this with your family and friends. I'm possibly also going to upload this to YouTube in a bit so that you can share it with family and friends who don't have Instagram. But it is totally my honor and my pleasure to be here. Thank you for letting me guide you and start your day. And remember, peace, calm, abundance. Love y'all.